a lucky day today. I've been on about it for a long while, about getting an e-bike. I've gone full fat because that's what I think would suit me more. And what I've ended up buying, because I did have my eye on a Track Rail 9, but just couldn't find the right one, is I've gone for one of these. It's a Cube Stereo Hybrid HPC 160 Action Team. You don't see a lot of these on YouTube, especially in the UK. You see a lot of, because it's a German bike, you see a lot of foreign videos on this bike, but not much in the UK. I've just literally unpacked the bike now. I'm going to build it, which basically I've just got to, by the looks of it, just tighten the stem up, add the pedals on, and pretty much set up the forks to how I basically want it just to start with. And then going forward, I'm going to make, hopefully, lots of videos to try and give you my opinion and my feedback on what this bike is like, because when I was shopping for this bike, that was the distinct lack that I found on YouTube, was there was just nothing there really that sort of gave you a point of view perspective of ownership of this bike. So anyone who knows this bike knows it's a cracking spec for the money. You know, I'll go through all this at some point in the future, and I'm sure there's plenty of you out there, just like I was, who would just like to know a little bit more about this. What does it ride like? Some of the questions I had was, you know, this is a 27.5 front and back bike. It's got 2.4 wide tyres on it, which is, for me, was a little bit unusual. Maybe a bit on the smaller side for an e-bike, but I wanted an independent opinion on this. Couldn't find one on YouTube, so I decided to go for it. Let's buy one, let's see what it runs like. So all of these sort of points that I really wanted an answer on, I'm hoping to sort of feed back to you over the next few videos. We'll obviously do some ride videos, but I'm going to mainly concentrate on what's my thoughts on the bike. Is it worth the money? We shall see. Hopefully it is. So it's all built up. What can I say? It looks stunning. I put some pedals on, tightened all the headset up, good to go. I've logged into the Bosch kiosk, very easy, must admit. No Bluetooth connection problems, just connected straight away, updated, bang, straight in. Really like that. The bike's going in for an Invisiframe in the next couple of days, so I've got no intentions of riding it in any sort of anger over the next few days. I'm going to take it out for a quick spin in a minute, just make sure it all feels alright. But I'll do a quick video now to show you around the bike. For them that don't know anything about this bike, I'll run through some of the basics. So it uses well, let's start with the frame. The frame is a carbon front triangle and an aluminium back triangle. You've got 27.5 wheels, front and back. They're 2.4 wide, which not bad, but I think you tend to see 2.6s on e-bikes nowadays. It's not set up tubeless, although it's tubeless ready. So one of the jobs I've got to do next. So tyre wise, you get a Swalby Big Betty, which is the Super Gravity Evo casing on the back. And then you get the Schwalbe Magic Mary on the front, which is the Super Trail Evo casing. Apparently it's a very good combination. What else we've got? We've got 203 rotors, front and back. It comes with XT Diore, or Dior, whatever you pronounce it, 4-pot piston brakes, front and back, so plenty of stopping power there. What else we got? So we've got Fox Float rear shock with 160mm of travel. On that you've got a 2 switch for firm and soft. You've also got low speed compression, and that looks like a rebound. And on the front forks, obviously Kashima coated as well, which is very nice. And on the front forks you've got Fox 38s, Fit 2 dampers I think they are, if I remember rightly, with Kashima coating. So you've got lots of fancy adjustability on the front. Not sure how much of that I'm going to actually use, but you know, I suppose once they get set up I'll just leave them as they are. What else? We've got Fox transfer dropper with a Newman seat. Not sure what the Newman seat's like. Looks quite small, to be honest. And then going over to the cockpit, you get I think the Cube or the Newman grips, but I think they'll be coming off. I like me DMR Def grips, so I've got a set of them on order. They'll be going straight on when they arrive. You get Fox dropper lever, and you get Shimano XT Diore brakes as well. And then you've got the Bosch system, which is the Kiosk 300. When I was looking at buying an e-bike, I knew I wanted Bosch. Yes, the remote looks a little bit large and out there, but actually in real life it's not as big as I was expecting, to be honest. I did want to get the little toggle switch you get here and have the down tube mounting system, should I say. But you know, that's really only available on a lot of the newer bikes. And to be fair, when I was looking at all the specs, and I had a budget, I didn't have a massive budget in mind. This was, you know, this bike just comes so well spec'd, it was just hard to ignore really, at the price point. Now this bike is, you'll find it roughly at about £7,000 retail. At the moment, there's a lot of good bike offers on. We're seeing a lot of companies knocking 20% off the bikes at the moment. So the price I actually paid for this bike, after doing a bit of shopping about and a bit of price matching, was 5,600 quid. I got 1,400 quid off it, which I think is a fantastic deal for this spec bike. So looking at the battery, obviously this is my first e-bike, so you're learning with me on how this actually works, but I'm assuming you push that button and the case comes off, yep, drops out. That gives you access to the battery. And then up on the top side there, I don't know if you can see that okay, let's just put you back a little bit and tilt it. So up here, it looks like the key port, and that's where we put the key in. We turn the key, and how does that work exactly? Oh, there we go, and she comes out. Bloody hell, they weigh some, don't they? So yeah, so in here we've got the Bosch PowerTube 750. Again, I didn't want the, I wanted the 750, and although I was looking at the Trek Rail 9, there was a lot of, you know, if you want the 750, you've got to pay quite a lot of money for a Trek Rail 9. So you do have the option as well, if you wanted to. I've just noticed you can put in here the 500 watt or the 625 watt battery if you want to save a bit of weight. Don't think I'll be doing that personally. I want the range, don't want battery anxiety, as they call it. So the battery arrived with about 27% charge, so I'm going to take it for a quick spin now and then put the battery on charge. Now one of the reasons why I went for this particular bike is I wanted a removable battery, because I don't have the means to charge a battery if it's built into the bike and it won't come out. You know, I was quite interested in the Mondraker e-bikes, but and the Orbeyas, but the batteries don't come out. So for me, that was a no-go really. Let's see if I can get it back in easy enough. First time bopper. See if I fail miserably on this. So I'm assuming it goes there, and then we have to turn the key, click. Oh, good deal, went in first time. So let's lock that in place, key out, shove that up, and then click. Oh, champion. So just done my first, well, literally just bezzed up and down the street on my bike. So I wanted to give you my first impressions, and I mean, I don't know if my smile says it all, but seriously, it's great. It's a lot more agile than I thought it was going to be. It's not as, I know it feels heavy when you're off the bike, but when you're on the bike, it's quite light, it's quite agile. The motor's just amazing. I mean, the new tweaks you get on the Bosch app now, where you can adjust the strength, assistance, or dynamics of the individual modes, is great. Because when I used to, when I did the demos on the trail, the Trek Rail 9s, left them in EMTB mode and just pretty much rode like that. Never used the Tour and the Eco mode because I just felt they were a little bit underpowered, let's say. But on the new updates with the Bosch motors, you can tweak that, and you can add in as much assistance as you want. So I tweaked both of them and added in +2 to the assistance, and wow, what a difference. Even made Eco mode actually usable, whereas I would never have gone near that Eco mode before. So now I could put it into Eco mode, feel enough assistance, but then get the benefit of not draining my battery as fast as if I left it in EMTB mode. So yeah, so first impressions, amazing. I will definitely be putting up some future videos on the Cube Stereo Hybrid HPC 160 action team. And I won't just be riding, I'll be doing some talking, giving you some feedback on exactly what I think to, you know, how this is running, how it's handling, the reliability of the bike as well. Because I suppose there's lots of queries I had when I was looking for this bike, and I never got the answers to. And the only way I'm going to get the answers is by buying it and jumping in feet first. But yeah, first impression is I'm super happy, but we shall see when I get it out onto the trails. Like and subscribe.